Youre Alive. Okay. I feel like I just, to start, need to say, pour one out every time this girl tries to fight her sister on why this shop is important. Because
the absolute worst.
and I'm sad because I got this recommendation from another booktuber whose recommendations I usually totally jive with. So I was just surprised at how much I did not like this.
I was really excited about it when I started it. And then I was like, oh, this isn't that great. It's going to get better.
It didn't.
It didn't.
No. I know we're only like a couple minutes in, but I will just tell everybody now, I didn't finish this. I think I was about 100 pages away and I just couldn't do it to myself.
I finished it. I definitely finished it.
What did you rate this book, Erin? Tell the audience what you rated this book.
I gave this book a 1 out of 5 stars, and I think it's the only book I've given a 1 to this year.
Sometimes you just have to do it.
It felt good, but also bad at the same time.
I think had I finished it, I don't know. I haven't 1-starred anything this year, which is shocking. I think I probably would have given it 2 stars. Probably deserved 1, but...
You're braver than I. You're stronger than I.
Okay.
He had to do it to him. I did, Danny. I did.
Okay.
So, like, you read enough to deal with the ridiculous amount of family drama.
It's not, it wasn't even family drama, in my opinion. Okay, so Garan has been daily vlogging for Vlogmas. If you guys don't subscribe to him, don't know what you're doing, go do that now. Because he's been talking just like all about all the Christmassy good books, and it's been a great time. But he started this book before I did, and like he seemed sort of distraught at the family drama in the beginning. And I was like, I don't know, I guess when I started this book, I was like, oh, there's not that much family drama. It's not drama so much as that it's this girl fighting her sister about why they should keep this shop in their family that's been around for years, like generations. I don't think it's that hard to understand why she would want to keep it around.
Exactly.
And yet, you're a stupid bitch. And I don't like that the lesson, I didn't finish the book, but I'm assuming the lesson is like, just let go of things and move on and like, be happy and like find love. How come finding love is like giving up on your dreams? I don't know. That's kind of the message I got from this.
Literally, like at one point her sister writes a letter to Santa for her and says that maybe she'd feel better if she could just find a nice man to pick up seashells with her on the beach. And I was like, ma'am.
Seashells are not going to take away the pain of losing the one thing that was important to me, you know?
Exactly. That the women of your family of generations like built from the ground up. And her sister Marie is just like, get over it.
I understood it, I guess, kind of at like Thanksgiving dinner, but it just kept coming up. It was like a recurring thing. And it wasn't like her sister had anything new to add to the conversation. It was just like, you're stupid, close the shop.
Yeah.
And overall, I mean, like, I think you'd probably agree, this is just depressing. Like, no matter what our main character does, the whole premise of this book, guys, I don't think I said, is this girl, I think her name's Angela.
Yeah, it's Angela.
Angela decides that she needs to save the Christmas shop. The Christmas shop is a shop that has been in her family for generations. They sell, I know, surprisingly, Christmas gear. And it's like nice stuff that you would pass down over time. And there's a new rival shop in town called like Christmas store.
Galore. Christmas galore.
And it's a, corporate machine, basically a Walmart of Christmas gear. And it's sad because everything that she does, they kind of copy, and I don't know, it's just depressing.
It was depressing. It was very depressing the whole time because like the woman who raised her grandmother, Mama Grace, it was her store. And so she's like fighting to keep the store alive in honor of her grandmother. And It's not happy. It is not a happy book.
And it's interesting too because she's supposed to fall for the rival Christmas shop owner. And the more you read, the more you're like, how are they going to swing this? Because I hate him. Not that he's a bad person, but he was really bland and aggressively white. But
That's the truth.
all his personality was, I wear a suit every day. And I don't know. I was like, okay, if you're going to make it an enemies to lover situation, we got to have some sort of bonding. And he doesn't even like Christmas. So it's just, what's the point, Karen?
That literally, he said that I wear a suit like 4 times throughout the entire book.
Also, I didn't like that his friend was named Chandler.
I loved it. I was like, I can't wait for her to read this.
Who's calling my name? I think it comes with the territory of having a name that not everybody has. I'm sure you can relate, Garen, but like if you hear your name and someone's not referring to you, it's spooky. And so hearing it like over an audiobook, I was just like, who's talking to me?
Literally. My name, I don't hear it very often, but my last name starts with a T. So anytime I hear the word guarantee in an audiobook, like I guarantee it, I get so triggered every single time. I'm like, who was that?
That's amazing.
Mm-mm.
So might as well get the talks about this book over with. Give me your notes. I want to hear your thoughts on it. Like,
I really am a sucker for like good Christmas puns in these books. At the beginning of the month, I read one that had a lot of Christmas puns that just killed me. So I was expecting a lot of really good things in this. Her name is Angela, like an angel. Her sister's name is Marie. Her niece's name is Chrissy. And there's a joke that they make. And I think that you quit the book before they made the joke. But they say, Marie Chrissy. And they go, Marie Chrissy, Merry Christmas. Oh, that's funny. And I was like, no, it's not. It is not funny, Nancy Nagel. Why did you put that in this book? That was something that I was like, got a little bit of joy out of. That's the 1 star right there. 150 pages into the book, and the 2 leads and had interacted 3 times. 150 pages in. They barely had interacted up until that point. It was 150 pages of her and her family, him and his family, and then they just kept being like, oh, you like coffee? Oh, you're outside of the store? Like, it was a really unnecessarily long book.
No, for real. And especially like the thrown in plot with his mom and like figuring out the identity of his dad. I don't know. It just,
what was that? And then the payoff at the end for that, he just like met some random guy in town, was like, oh, you're Robbie's son. Robbie was great. And he was like, hearing that my dad's name was Robbie and that he was great makes me feel better about not having a dad. First of all, like, why did his mom keep that from him for so long?
Yeah, he's like a 30-year-old man.
Yeah, and then she's just like, but since I'm having a heart attack, I'm going to let you know that your dad died.
And he was the love of my life.
Yeah, that's why we're back in this town and we're stealing the business from this little Christmas shop. Because I'm sad.
So not good. Okay, will you spoil the ending for me? Like, what happened? Do they just get together? Like,
she closes the Christmas shop. He gets her a job on that new like tourism committee because of all the history she has.
Okay.
Like all the history knowledge, so she gets to use that. And it's her dream job, apparently. So the first she mentioned of it at the very end of the book was like, this is my dream job. And I was like, is it, Angela? Okay. And then he proposes to her the next Valentine's Day, so 2 months later, and they get their invitations in June for a Christmas Eve wedding.
Wow. That sounds transformative. I'm really sad I just missed out on the ending of that book.
Mary Chrysler, you know? There were just also so many inconsistencies. Like, I don't know how he did not know who she was from the second letter that he got. Like, she basically says, I live in the same town as you. My store is closing, and I'm really mad about someone who's, like, ruining Christmas for me. And he's just like, who could it be? I'm going to flirt with you. And he doesn't realize who she is until 4 letters in, even though she's basically told him multiple times, I'm in the same town as you. Merry Crisis.
I don't know. At this point, I feel like I'm adept enough at reading audiobooks or listening to audiobooks that I tend to pay attention most of the time, but this one I kept zoning out. It was just not good.
No, it wasn't good. Nope, no sexy time at all.
Also, um, I don't know how many people you know from North Carolina, but the ones I know don't have a Southern accent, and the narrator for this audiobook sound like they're from Georgia. Like,
Oh no, did they? That's funny.
why does anyone like? I don't know. I just because they were in the Confederacy doesn't mean that everybody has a Southern accent.
Yeah, we have family from North Carolina, and they definitely have a more like northern, like more just like middle American accent. Like it's not Southern at all.
Um, my company that I work at, they recruit from all over, and we have a lot of people on my team from North Carolina, and no one has a Southern accent at all.
When was this? I don't. I think it was published pretty recently. They like talked about Twitter, 2018.
Yeah, and it was published under the name Dear Santa at first. So,
just a really cute book that we definitely spent $7.99 on.
You spent $7.99 on it. I spent over $20 on it.
Oh yeah, because you had the book and the audiobook.
Yeah, I had already used my Audible credit, and can I just say, first and foremost, Audible is a scam. Don't do it unless you're doing the escape package. But I was like, you know what? I need audiobooks, and mistake. I should not have purchased this one. I want to return it, to be honest, but I don't need the Amazon police coming after me.
Yeah, I had to stop returning stuff because they were like, "Sir, are you okay?
Are you taking advantage of our systems?"
You're gonna be okay, Jeff. Calm down."
Someone asked, is Scribd better than Audible? I don't like either, to be honest. I tried Scribd, but even in the free trial, they don't like pull you in because you listen to like maybe one or two good audiobooks during the month, and then they're like, okay, now you can only listen to the shitty ones no one wants to listen to. I don't love that personally, and I was looking actually at like the biggest collections or like biggest library collections in the US, and my city has like the second or third biggest collection. So like I have really good audiobook access. Also Hoopla is really good too if you don't want to like wait for an audiobook. My library system has like 4, like you can check out 4 per month or whatever on Hoopla. So no, I don't like Scribd. Audible Escape is really good too, though. If you like romance listening, it's only $7.99 if you have Kindle Unlimited. So, yeah, I like Libby. How do you listen to your audiobooks, Karen?
Audible and Libby. Hoopla doesn't work for where I am because none of the libraries around here are on it. So,
yeah, it is a selective thing.
Yeah, never used the other stuff though.
Yeah, buying audiobooks is kind of shitty too because most I don't think are like amazing. There's a couple that I would like to own, but most of them aren't worth keeping, I don't think. So Libby's a great option. Oh, hi. Did you want to like be the star of the show? Yeah.
I love that. He straight up moved over just to be in frame. Famous.
Nugget's here too. He's just not wanting to be on screen.
I'm so envious of you for not finishing that book. Like,
I'm so sorry you finished it.
Also, I lived through it, you know.
I can't even be sorry I picked it though, because this was highly rated on Goodreads and like.
It is very highly rated. Well, I mean, for what it should be.
Never
it's like.
Aw, someone said they're still emo about your Punk 57 video.
Oh.
It was great. 10 out of 10.
Thanks. It was fun. It was fun to do.
I usually don't rate books that I DNF, but I'm rating this 2 stars on Goodreads and adding it towards my challenge, so.
Proud of you.
You'll love to see it.
You gotta do what you gotta do. Haven't you like surpassed your goal like a long ass time ago?
No, not really. I mean, my goal was 150 and I'm at like, let me see, I think like 178. So not that far.
Yeah, I'm 4 away from being done.
You'll get there.
I better.
What was your goal? 100?
Just 100, yeah. I literally read like 30 books last year, so this is way better.
Yeah. I'm like really torn on my goal. I don't know about you, but like I'm a New Year's resolution type like goal ass bitch. So I've already started coming up with like what I want to do for the upcoming year, like Goodreads challenge, what sort of like genres that I want to like focus on for the upcoming year. I cannot decide on my Goodreads challenge number. I knew last year that I read 155 books, so I set my goal for 2019 at 150. So I was like, I can get to 150. And next year, I don't know. Like I always like to go up in challenge, but I like to base it on like what my current challenge was, or like on how many books I actually read this year. I don't know. What's your take? Like, what's your plan for next year? Have you thought about it?
I'm only going to go up to 125 next year on the Goodreads goal. I'm not doing any shows next year, hopefully, unless I get asked. But
Crazy.
I know I'm definitely not doing anything until after BookCon and BEA, so I'll have a lot more time to read. So I'm hoping that I can do 125. I do want to read more outside of my genre. I think in February I'm only going to read romance, so I might get Audible Escape then.
Oh my God, please. I am too. I think I have a co-host that you might be really excited about for this, and I want to see it, like if we can get you to come back because you like this person. We'll talk about it after.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you might have been like colluding with them recently.
Oh, yay! That's exciting. Well, then yeah, it's a yes. I'll do it.
Yeah, she said she wanted to do it with me, and I was like, okay, not your speed, but like, yes, join me.
I'm excited. Yeah, no, I've been enjoying the romances that I've been reading this month. So I was like, yeah, I think February is just going to be a full only romance month.
And I feel like you would love romance even more the more you read it and like kind of figure out what you're into. There's so much out there.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. Brenna was telling me about those like 4 Horsemen books. So I think I'm going to put a couple of those on my
I think I like Pestilence. It's pretty funny.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's got like the right amount of like, yeah, it's long, but it's good.
Cool.
Oh, there's another question in here. Oh, okay. I like this. What's your process for picking romances, or is it just this sounds interesting? So now that there's like a good amount of people in the romance community on YouTube, like YouTube's my number one go-to for like book recommendations. So now that there's so many romance readers, it's so easy. I think there's 8 of us or 9 of us doing the KU like weekend readathon. And I already, like I did watch, and I have been watching all of these people for a while. So I usually take their recommendations as like my first line of defense. And then I'll go into Goodreads, read more about the book, see what the ratings are for my friends. I'm very particular. I try not to waste my time with stuff I know I'm not going to like. And now that I've been reading romance a long time, I feel like I have a pretty good grasp on what I do and don't like. But it's kind of trial and error. I still DNF stuff from time to time. And with romance, I can go pretty quickly, like if I want to DNF or keep going. But I definitely need to branch out more next year. New authors. One of my goals is to read like at least 50 romances by authors of color. That's like a really big goal. I really, really want to do that. There's a lot that I just like haven't looked into. And I feel like we don't talk that much in the romance community about diverse romances, or at least we don't go out of our way to recommend diverse romances. So I want to do that. I also want to read more female romances. People are always asking me for recommendations. And since I've done that video, I have not read any more female romances, which is really sad. But I want to have more recommendations. So I just want to read a lot more volume of romance and books in general, but specifically like branching outside of my comfort zone. It always like makes me super happy and satisfied too when I can like recommend things to people that other people haven't talked about before. So anyway, that's kind of my process for picking. Like, I want to read more diverse stuff in the future, but also like, does this look interesting to me? Have other people read it? If no one's read it, like maybe I'll give it a try. Is this your worst rated book of 2019, Garan?
It is.
Yeah.
It is, I think. I mean, I can't even think of anything else that would even be.
Someone pointed out that their 1-star book this year was The Secret Girl, and I forgot that I read that, and I also gave that book 1 star.
Oh, was that the one that, did you read that during the reading rush?
Yeah, it was like kind of transphobic. Someone replied actually to my review I saw today, and they were like, it's not actually transphobic because it doesn't deny the trans experience. I'm like, okay, but like, it does. And it was at the very least homophobic. I did not like that book at all.
Is that the one where one of the guys was like, I think I'm gay, but it was the girl
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I remember you talking about that.
At the very least, it made me uncomfortable, and like I would not recommend this to any of my friends. So that's enough to give it 1 star for me.
Yeah. Trying to think. I saw something I wanted to respond to. I haven't even started Mary Inkman's yet, Danny. I mean, technically I started it, but I haven't read any of it.
It's good. The beginning was kind of weird to get into, and there's one character who I think is just used as like a plot device to make the other characters look generous,
Yeah, that's where I stopped.
but beyond that, it's like kind of fun. Like I think it's one of the better Christmas romances I've read. I really have not read very many that I'm into. I think my favorite ones have been like holiday adjacent. Like Someday by Emma Scott that I read during Thanksgiving is like a holiday-ish romance that I really liked. And then I just finished The Guy on the Left, finally, by Kate Stewart. And that one has like a Christmas scene that is like very pivotal to the plotline. So to me, it felt kind of like a Christmas romance. But there's no like Christmas titled romance that I'm just like in love with and can recommend, which kind of sucks. Ooh, okay. Well, I guess we can get controversial in the chat right now. So, what's your number one read of 2019 at the moment?
My number one? It's hard. It would either be Wayward Son, because you know me, or Red, White, and Royal Blue.
Okay, I feel that.
I'm basic.
I put my list together like a month or two ago, and it hasn't changed, but my number one is Birthday by Meredith Russo.
Oh yeah, I forgot that one was so good.
But the issue is like,
yeah,
do I want to talk about it on my channel? Do I promote it? I like literally researched can you morally separate like author from book? Like what should I do? And I came to the conclusion that I don't care, and I still like this book. I mean, I care about the experience that happened for sure. Like, I get super fucked up, but I'm just at this point where like I can't constantly. And I was thinking about this too. Someone commented today and was like, "Oh, you should read this series, this Off Balance series by Lucia Franco." And that book got a lot of negative backlash recently because the main character is 15 and her love interest is 32. And I'm pretty sure that the person reading it didn't think anything of it, probably isn't on book Twitter, doesn't know the discourse. Like a lot of readers just don't know anything about authors if you think about it. Like if I picked up Birthday by Meredith Russo and wasn't on Twitter, I would have no idea.
Exactly, yeah.
Right? So I'm sort of at the point where it's like, if a book's really good and it has no problematic content, but the author is fucking deplorable, what do I do? And it's also like, there's these old guys that write classics, and the classics are like critically acclaimed and have no bad content, but he's a piece of shit, and we just found out now. So it's just hard. Like I don't know what the answer to that is. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do going forward. Like if I'm just supposed to act like I don't like this book, am I supposed to get rid of it? I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I want to say that I'm not going to read any of her books in the future, but I also loved this book, and I think it's really important, and it's going to help a lot of people. So
yeah,
I'm sure that's not the answer you guys were looking for. For what's my favorite book? It's not that easy.
yeah, that's a tough one. I'm definitely not gonna buy any more of her books.
Yeah, I think that's a good stance to take for sure.
But that book, that story was incredible. It is one of the best books I read this year.
Yeah. I mean, it was, there's nothing in my opinion that came close to it. Maybe Dig by A.S. King, which is fantastic, and she's a fantastic person. So, I mean, I feel better about recommending that one, but I feel like it's hard to just like forget that is a favorite. Like, I mean, Birthday is a favorite. I have it on my shelves. I'm not getting rid of it. So I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. And I like don't know how I'm going to address it in my video. Like,
yeah.
I'm that I am going to like say it is my favorite book, but I don't know. It's complicated. Discourse on book Twitter makes me uncomfortable, and that's like one of my goals for 2020 is to just like stay apart from the discourse.
Yeah, that is one of my goals too. It's so exhausting.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important to speak up about important issues, and I'm not saying that like I don't want to become part of conversations, but I think a lot of the time the people that are loudest in conversations are not the people that should be speaking. So I just think we should be mindful, you know?
Yeah. What? I don't know what a reverse harem is. What is a reverse harem?
Reverse harem is one woman with a lot of different guys, but the guys are not with each other. So they kind of
Okay.
fought over her. I don't think I'm really into that trope. I mean, if I were, or not if I were a girl, wow. The Secret Girl had that trope, and I don't think I would like that trope in any regard. I think polyamory is interesting. The sort of polyamory where it's like 3 characters and they all love each other pretty much equally, like that's fascinating to me. I
Yeah.
don't think like when it's one character who has like a husband and a boyfriend, or like I need all of the characters to be involved in the relationship for me to enjoy the book, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And also back to that other point, I do think it's hard too because it's like, yeah, if it's an important work of art to you and like this connected with you in some way that nothing else does, like am I just supposed to forget that? Like I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, mood. I get that.
I think it's even harder too when authors aren't problematic and like still get shit on for things they did a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying Rainbow doesn't deserve the hate, but it's okay. um, sorry, looking at the comments, guys.
Yeah, I'm reading comments as well. Have you read many Christmas books this month? I don't know if we've really talked about it.
I mean, I read 5 for the video that I just did, my cozy little readathon vlog that I haven't
Yeah.
posted yet. The only one I liked was like the Christmas Pact.
I listened to that the other day.
I give it 3 stars. It wasn't anything special, but of the ones I read, it was the best. Which doesn't that's the vlog's sort of a mess.
I'm excited to watch it. I thought that was a really cute little audiobook.
I do too. I read that one. I read a Very Shifty Christmas, which was like a shifter romance. Did not enjoy that at all. Felt weird to me. What other ones did I read? I read a Nora Roberts. Have you read any Nora Roberts?
No, none.
I just don't think this was the one to start with. It was kind of cheesy. And then I read The Guy on the Left, which I just wanted to read.
Yeah.
And then what else? Oh, and then this. Yeah, so.
Yep.
It hasn't been great so far, but I am going to read some like cozy Christmas mysteries, which I think is going to be better.
Yes.
Like, so good. I didn't know what cozy mysteries were for the longest time, but in middle school, I was obsessed with Charlene Harris, like obsessed with True Blood.
Me too.
I read all of her backlist, like all of it. And when I went to my library, I was like, I want to find mysteries like this. Like these were so good, like the Aurora Teagarden mysteries.
Yeah.
And the only thing I could find was like Harlan Coben and like, just not cozy mysteries. And I didn't have the word for it, I guess. And so I just never like found any. I never found any until I heard people talk about cozy mysteries like this year or last year. And I was like, that's what that was. There's so many out there.
There are. I love them.
So I'm really excited to do that. I want to post like an I Read 5 cozy mystery, like murder, whatever the fuck, on Christmas Day. But we'll see if that happens. I don't know. I've kind of like had a bit of a, not epiphany, but I'm changing my strategy for Booktube going forward in 2020. And so I'm just giving myself a little bit of a break for the rest of December. I'm just like, it's not that fucking important. Like Booktube is for me, but like the urgency with putting out content is not. I'd rather it be good. So
I feel that. Are you gonna read the cozy that I read last week, The 12 Slays? Okay. It's good. I hope you like it. I loved it.
I found both of them on Hoopla, so I'm probably gonna try to get to both of those. What else do I have? I think I have like a Cajun Christmas Killing, which sounds good.
It's exciting.
Let's see, what's on my shelf. Christmas Carol Murder. I picked ones that had murder in the title. Murder for Christmas. A Wee Christmas Homicide.
Oh, is that like an Irish one? That's funny.
It sounds so good. I'm so excited.
A Wee Christmas. What is a cozy mystery and where should I start?
It's hard to know where to start. I liked Charlene Harris's personally, but I haven't read those in a long time, so I don't know if I can 100% recommend them. But a cozy mystery is like, it's usually set in a small town. It's usually got like a recurring main character who like solves these mysteries. And while there's usually murder and shit afoot, it doesn't feel like super ominous, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. It's still got a very lighthearted feel to it.
Yeah.
Like it's literally like Murder, She Wrote. Like every episode of that show is essentially a cozy mystery.
I would say just give one a try and see if it's your thing. Like I said, liked the Aurora Teagarden ones. I think she has another series of cozy mysteries. They're based on like Shakespeare, I think.
Yeah, Shakespeare's Lord or Land is the first one, I think. It's about like a descendant of Shakespeare is a detective.
Yeah,
the Sookie Stackhouse books are technically cozy mysteries, but they have more like fantasy elements to them as well.
You know, you're right. I like Charlene Harris so much. I actually have one of her most recent books I need to get to.
I really like Charlene Harris.
Okay, yeah, she has the Aurora Teagarden series, the Harper Connolly series, and the Lily Bard series.
That's it, Lily Bard, yeah.
Lily Bard's pretty good. I think Aurora Teagarden was my favorite. I liked the love interest in that a lot.
They've recently started making like Hallmark movies of the Aurora Teagarden ones. I think it's like Candace Cameron Bure from Full House, maybe, is the lady.
I think it is.
She's doing all of those movies now. Yeah, I had Murder, She Wrote like ready to go because someone bought me this for Christmas and it was just sitting here on my table. That's hilarious.
Okay, now that I'm looking at it, I really liked the Harper Connolly ones. I was like, I knew one of the series she like gets with her stepbrother.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So I don't know.
Life with Derek.
Okay.
I love cozy mysteries so much. Oh yeah, Joanne Fluke is really popular in that community.
I haven't read any.
I just bought the prequel to it. It's a Christmas one. It's the Christmas Cake Murder, and I'm gonna have to read that sometime next week.
I have not read any Danielle Steele. I haven't read a lot of the classic romance authors. That's again another goal for 2020. I don't know how I'm gonna read all of the stuff that I like have set out for myself, but I have some stuff.
Is Danielle Steele smutty?
I think she has sexy scenes. I know the Nora Roberts I read had a sex scene in it, and it was like only 3 hours long for an audiobook. So yeah, it felt old fashioned. Let me see how old that book is, but
Brenna read a couple of like a Nora Roberts like witch trilogy a couple of years back, and they were very smutty.
Yeah. Does not surprise me. I mean, there's got to be a reason that ladies like these, right? Okay, so All I Want for Christmas was written in 2009. It felt even older than that, to be honest. Oh, okay. Someone asked, what's your change in perspective for 2020? Like a lot of things, but mostly I just came to the conclusion that, okay, like my whole goal for 2019 was to start posting more often because 2018 I was not consistent. 2019 I posted 2 times a week, almost every week. And then near the end of the year, I started doing 3 times a week because I was like, that's going to help me grow more and like keep me even more busy. And I just realized the stuff that I was putting out wasn't super high quality. Like I was doing just a lot of like recommendations and tags and like not bad content, but not really the stuff that like fuels me and makes me happy creatively. So I really want to focus on doing just like pretty much all long form stuff going forward. Doesn't mean I'm not going to do any recommendation videos, but like I want to save my energy for the stuff that like really matters to me. I'm also starting a second channel, so I need to be able to like devote my time to that. It's not book related at all. So
interesting.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm 25. I feel like I'm kind of a mess. I feel like a lot of people can relate. I just feel like I'm not doing everything that I want to do. And that's basically like what the channel is going to be. It's like me getting my shit together over the span of a year. Like it's only going to be probably a channel for a year. So
that's cool.
I'm excited about it. It's going to be good. And I'm not going to post on there like a ton, but part of what I'm going to be talking about on that channel is trying to grow my Booktube channel. So it's not like Booktube's going away or anything, but I think having something else to kind of focus my attention on is going to be good because then I can't kind of like fuck around on Booktube. Like I'm going to have to be putting out really good stuff. Not just like, oh, I don't have anything to post today. Like, let me just sit down and film something real quick. I don't know. So.
I think that's really interesting. That's really cool.
Thank you. I have no idea like what direction it's going to go or if anyone's going to watch, but I kind of don't care because it's just like for me. So I'm excited about it.
Isn't there one Nicholas Sparks book that's kind of smutty or at least has like a pretty
I haven't read very many of his. I think I've read maybe 2 of his books.
I feel like a Nicholas Sparks novel was like the first time I ever like knew what cunnilingus is. I think it happened in a book, Message in a Bottle, I'm pretty sure is what it was. Like, it was in our high school library, and I was 12.
I think the first time I ever read explicit sex in a book was the Black Dagger Brotherhood series, and also I'm still holding you to that. We're definitely gonna like do something related to series in 2020 because
I'm excited about it. I bought it. And then I almost bought the Christmas novella, and then I was like, I can't because this is like book 17.5.
I want to have the entire like 17, 18 book series in hardback, but the first book's out of print and it's $300 to buy.
Oh.
We'll see how that goes.
Maybe you'll just find it. You've got pretty good luck.
I do. I'm praying. Also, I'm hoping, this happened to Jess from Peace Love Books. Someone just like knew she wanted it and sent it to her. Like,
That's wild.
Price Books, and we're like, oh, I'll just send it to Jess. So I'm just praying and hoping that like maybe one day someone will know that I want it so bad and send it to me.
Maybe they will.
Now I want to know what Nicholas Sparks book I read. I think it was maybe The Lucky One. No. Oh God, which one was it? It was made into a movie.
What color hair did the white people embracing have? And I could tell you which movie it was.
He has blonde hair. I think he has dark hair, and I think she's a doctor, maybe, or he's a doctor, or he's a vet.
He's a vet?
Maybe. Is it Safe Haven? No.
Oh, Safe Haven. Safe Haven. Mm-mm.
Is it that one?
Don't even read that. Just watch the movie one day when you're like sick. There's an insane twist at the end that I was not prepared for.
Oh, I need to know which book this was. That's The Lucky One, is it? Okay.
The Lucky One is the Zac Efron one. Was there a dog? Did their dogs have babies?
I don't remember.
Okay,
oh God, I have to see. I'm looking it up right now, guys. I gotta find it. It's gonna drive me batshit. Okay, The Best of Me sucked. I just want to get that out there. It was, I think, The Choice, maybe.
Is The Choice the one where their dogs have babies, and that's the whole plot, guys?
It was The Choice. It was definitely The Choice. Okay, I found it. I think that's the only one I've actually read, and I thought it was okay. But I just was not a Nicholas Sparks fan even from the beginning. Like when I dipped my toes into romance for the first time with the Black Dagger Brotherhood series. I didn't look back. It was smutty romance, all steam ahead.
Yeah.
And I've read some like non-smutty stuff, and I've had questions recently about like what non-smutty books do I recommend. I just like, I don't really read that. Like, I'm a Scorpio. I feel like that tells you everything you need to know about me. And, like I can't put myself through it. I did read one book without sex scenes. One romance book without sex scenes this year, and it was good actually, but no, it wasn't that one. That was not good, but
you didn't finish it, so technically.
No.
Now I've only read one Nicholas Sparks book, and it was the tragedy porn one. What is that called?
Oh, the one with the like heart one.
It had, the main character had leukemia. Mandy Moore was her in the movie.
Oh, the Walk to Remember.
That's it. Yeah, I read that one.
Yeah, I did remember. But I did watch the movie. There's another one. I think I did read the heart transplant book one though. The one that like everybody says it's like, imagine, who do you think gave you the heart? It was Harry Styles. Oh no.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I do not know what book that is though.
There's a whole ass movie. I think it's the 2014 one that I just said that I didn't like. Let me find it again.
The Best of Me.
Yeah.
That's what it was. I watched it with Brenda. I just blacked it out. Okay. Brenda watches all of those, so I've seen most of those films.
Someone said the Unhoneymooners ? I mean, that had sex in it, even if it wasn't like he pounded her from behind or anything like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it my thing? Oh, actually, you know what? I was about to talk some shit. I'm not actually talking shit though, because I'm getting an arc of the next book that Christina Lauren's putting out, and I'm excited about it. So I can't talk shit. I like Christina Lauren. I just like struggle with people saying that like that's their level of comfort, I guess, with romance, because I'm just like, please, like, if you read the right book, you're not going to second guess all the like wild language and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's steamy. It'll make you blush in a good way.
I've only read The Unhoneymooners by them. I haven't read any of their other books.
I like that one the best.
Someone told me I should read the one about roommates. I don't know what it's called.
No.
Okay.
Past the first couple of chapters because she was so entitled and white, and I just couldn't. She's like, I don't really know what I want to do with my life. I live with my uncle who's really rich and owns this place or some shit. No.
I love that that's the exact plot of all the Miranda Sings videos. I live with my uncle.
This is not my fave. I DNF roomies. I didn't like Josh and Hazel. I did like The Unhoneymooners. I will not read Twice in a Blue Moon. I liked Autobiography. I don't know. Have you read that one?
Mm-mm. No.
I think you would like it.
I think I might have the audiobook for that. Maybe.
It's I know a lot of people think it's insta-lovey, but I think you will appreciate it.
Okay. That's the one about like the writers, right?
Kind of.
Like they're in a creative writing class together.
One's like a published author, and then the other one is a student, I guess.
Yeah. All right. Amanda, I'm sorry.
Yeah, not a fan. I don't know. I really feel like I found my space romantically in the indie genre. Like I don't know.
I really, really enjoyed that book, by the way.
Why am I oh, yeah.
Punk 57.
I just feel like once you start reading indie, you don't go back. I mean, you can, but it just, I think, pushes the boundaries of what's acceptable. And not even in like the fact that all of the ones I like are like bully romances per se. I just feel like for some reason the traditional romance genre really like is limiting like what will get published, whereas like on Kindle Unlimited it's kind of whatever like you think of.
Yeah. Was the first romance was one that you made me read. Was it indie? Him? Yeah.
Yeah.
I still haven't read the second one. I bought it, but I haven't read it yet.
If you liked Wayward Son, I think you'll like it.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's got similar vibes. And that book is what makes me think I'm gonna like Wayward Son, because from the reviews I've read,
I could talk about that for a long time. People just really built this book to be something else. They wanted it to be all of these things, but it's the middle book in a trilogy. And it's about trauma, so sorry, y'all.
Us deals with depression. Like one of the main characters has depression, and it's heavily addressed. And everybody's like, "This is not fun." I'm like, "That's not the fucking point, okay?"
Yeah.
It was realistic. I liked that they like one of the main characters helped the other get through his depression and was supportive, and I liked it a lot. It was good. Okay. I think
yeah.
I'm better than him, so.
Yeah, that's Wayward Son, essentially. Yeah, I'm ready for you to read that.
Me too. That'll be maybe in January. Sorry, I was looking at my calendar.
I have not read Get Alive, Chloe Brown, but everyone's talking about it.
I haven't either. I have an arc of it. I might try to read it before the year's over, but it probably won't happen. I think I'm probably just going to read the Cozy Mysteries, and then the 2 fucking books I have left for my I Read 5 for Reagan peruse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then whatever the fuck else I want to read in December, because I'm just going to do whatever I want.
Is one of the books that you're reading a middle grade?
No, I'm student.
Oh. Okay.
I did pick middle grade for that one. Yeah.
I bought a couple of middle grade because of her, and they're really good.
I should have taken those. I was kicking myself today thinking that I could have done that instead of picking up fucking Mistborn, but here I am.
Rest in peace.
What are our Christmas plans? Like actual Christmas or like book Christmas related? Christmas, I just go home to my family's house. I'm also traveling out of state the day after Christmas to see my parents' new house. They're moving. So I'm excited. We're probably going to be moving as well. So yeah.
That's so exciting.
I'm so excited. I'm going to be very close to Garan, so.
I'm so ready. It's going to be great.
It's kind of anxiety inducing, just the idea of having to like uproot and like find a new job and stuff. But like, I need this, I think.
Oh, absolutely. But you'd be moving to literally one of the best like cities.
Oh, I know.
It's incredible.
I'm super excited.
You're gonna thrive. Yeah, no, my same family Christmas stuff. We're gonna go eat Chinese food.
I'll probably also go to Hayden's house. I mean, like that's usually what I do. I spend Christmas Eve and then the beginning of Christmas Day with my family, and then I go over to his house. Yeah, it's not that exciting. He has a bigger family than I do. He has an older sister who has 4 kids, and then he has a brother who has a girlfriend, so it's like slightly bigger. My family Christmas is just like me, my sister, my mom, my dad. So like he doesn't usually come to my house for Christmas. I just go to his house after I have my own Christmas. Did you see that comment, Garan?
Oh, no, I'm not. Not at all. Not at all.
I don't want to pay money to see the Cats movie, but I need to see the Cats movie.
Yeah, I need to see it. I was excited about it when that first trailer came out and the discourse was wild. I was like, oh, I can't wait for this. But then I watched the newest trailer last week, I think, and I was like, no, ma'am. I will be seeing Little Women on Christmas Day, not Cats.
I was thinking about that today. I want to see it so bad. I don't think I'll be able to see it on Christmas, though.
We go to the movies every year, and that's the one. It's my year to pick, and that's what we picked.
Do you go like after like Christmas festivities? How does that usually work?
Yeah, we do Christmas morning at Brenna's grandparents' house, and then we do Christmas lunch with my fam. We go to the movies around 2 or 3, and then we do Chinese buffet after, and that's our Christmas Day. Yes, I do like the musical itself. I know that a lot of people don't, but I find it very entertaining.
I'm not a musical person at all, so.
Yeah, you just don't need to see this movie. Like, I mean, you should for the culture, but fuck.
I kind of want to make Hayden go with me. It would be a kick. That's another one of my goals for 2020 is just to like do more shit with him. We do a lot of stuff like apart, but he started reading. He's reading 11/22/63 right now.
Oh yeah, cool.
And we're reading Akatar next month. I kind of want to start it now so we can post it like really early in January. But like it's basically like what?
You said Akatar?
Yeah.
Are you serious? I did not know.
I'm so excited. So basically, like, you know what? I said fuck it. Like, I'm not finishing New Moon for DBBC. Like, we're just gonna like start over, and it's just gonna be us reading a book for like 1 month and then talking about it in 1 episode. We're not doing like it's easier, and I think it'll be more entertaining. It's not gonna go up on iTunes anymore. It's just gonna be like us talking in front of a camera. I made this book kind of thing. I'm excited.
I'm excited too. That's gonna be a great video to watch.
So good. We made a gingerbread house today, and I'm really, really sad because I didn't have the audio recording for my camera, but it was just fucking hilarious. Like, he's just always saying stupid shit, and I just like, ooh, I'm ready.
Yeah, we're doing that tomorrow. We were supposed to do it today, but I was sleeping, so.
I'm surprised I could convince him to do it. He's just not. He's kind of a Grinch.
Oh, really?
Yes. He was like not letting me put my Christmas stuff up, and then I realized I'm only gonna like have it up for 2 to 3 weeks before I go home to my parents' house. I'm like, honestly, fuck you. I should have put this up like weeks ago.
Yeah, Brenna didn't let me put it up until after Thanksgiving.
Her and almonds are just Scrooges.
They're trying to eat Christmas.
I appreciate it.
Most of our group chat's trying to eat Christmas. Now that I think about it.
But yes. Hi, Brenna. I love you.
I wish you could like put like thumbs down on people's comments on here, and I would tell everyone to do thumbs down.
Do you guys have a blog on Goodreads? I mean, I have a Goodreads account, yes.
I also have a Goodreads account where I write 1-sentence reviews about books.
I am very chaotic and feral on Goodreads. Sometimes I write disgusting, really dirty reviews, like this made my panties moist, and then other times 1-sentence reviews. And then other times they're like really long reviews. So no, I think my exact words for my bride test review on Goodreads are like, this made my eyes and my panties wet. So.
Such a mood.
No big deal.
You know what? I just realized I don't think we're friends on Goodreads.
Well, you better hurry up because I'm almost out of friend requests.
What?
I know. I'm really excited. That's like one of my low-key scary
Famous.
goals for 2019 is to like hit the friend limit so I don't have to accept any more people on Goodreads. But I feel like Goodreads is the sort of hellscape platform that even when you hit the limit, you're still gonna like see friend requests.
Probably for sure.
That's been a
I
trend.
love that every single time I accept a friend request, I get a notification that's like, this person wants to be your friend. And I'm like, we already are.
I see it. How many more? Let me see. How many more friends I can take?
I added you.
Wait, I love that. I love the way that sounded. Can I take? I think I have less than 50 left, so dope.
Plague Daddy?
No,
That's what you said about Pestilence?
Yeah. Plague Daddy, take me away.
The Dixie Chicks are shaking.
I like any comment that starts out one funny thing about colonialism. Tatiana is always in the fucking group chat with the fire, like not group chat, you know what I mean? The chat.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Tatiana, I'm dead.
Facts because I'm sweaty. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm sweating right now. My AC is broken and it's not cold in Texas, so
No, you don't look sweaty.
thanks.
It just looks like you have like a natural highlighter.
That actually is Heather, so
Oh, well, there you go.
I might smell like onion soup, but like you can't tell through the.
I might smell like onion soup. Fuck. Plague Daddy, take me away. That's my next tattoo.
Don't do it. I kind of want to like wheel Nugget over here.
Fan cast for Akatar. I don't have a fan cast for Akatar.
No, I don't care enough to have a fan cast for Akatar.
Me either, honestly.
I think the series is fun as fuck. Like, is it quality? No. Is it fun? Yes.
Yeah.
Fan cast. I don't care enough.
I enjoyed the book and a half that I read. I never finished.
No, sorry, but he doesn't care though. He likes being wheeled around. My co-pilot.
I love that he just looks like a super villain. Look at him.
He's like the best boy in the world, though.
His eyes in that last screenshot killed me.
Dude, he is not having it, but like he never fights back, so. Hey, boy. I think he's sitting right here because Hayden's jacket's on this. He is obsessed with Hayden.
Loves his dad.
Wait, how do I get you more in screen? There we go.
King Nug. That's the truth. He is a king.
I'm trying to think of anything fun we could talk about. Give us things to talk about, please, for the love of God, in the chat. Is Hayden obsessed back? Hayden loves Nugget so much. Like, so much. He's easily the best of the 3 kids, and, like, he's just never done anything wrong in his life. Except for ruin my shoes, but it's okay. Oh, wow. Are you showing how big you are?
Is your Christmas tree okay?
Yes. I had a freaking heart attack a few days ago. What day was it? I don't know. During the week last week, Hayden told me that the Christmas tree was fucked up, and we have a camera, like a Nest camera, and I got to see it on the fucking Nest camera. It looked broken. Like, we have a fake tree, and so the middle part of the tree, like, all of the branches were like this. I thought that it was just straight up broken, but apparently Pepe had just bent the branches, and we had to just fluff them back into place. So thank God everything was okay. And I reassembled my tree on camera, so like I guess that was nice, but not so nice that he did that. Cats and dog get along. Nugget and Dingo don't give a shit. Like, they're friends. They'll sleep right next to each other, like butt to butt. They did that today. Pepe does not like Dingo, and Pepe will swat at Dingo, but Dingo doesn't do anything back. So yeah, he's chaos as fuck. What are your final thoughts on the book you read? It was bad. We both gave it 1 star, 2 stars.
It was bad. It was bad. It was bad. I do have pets. I have Brenna, Rory, and the cats.
I can't believe you would do that like that. That's fun.
Yeah, Brenna and I have Rory and her cats.
Oh, I like this question, and I'm glad my friend is not here to answer it for you. But someone asked, did y'all read the Witcher book series? Would you recommend it? So here's the thing. I have not read it. My best friend in the whole world, I have two best friends, Garen's girlfriend and this lovely lady named Almonds. Almonds is obsessed with Witcher. She won't shut the fuck up about it. She's read the books. She's played the games. Like, she is Witcher. She says they're great. I trust her, so I guess they're good. I could not get into them because I'm not that into fantasy, like adult fantasy, but they seem fun. But I think honestly, like, you could probably just watch the show. Mostly because the book series, the way it works is like the two first books are short story collections, which in my opinion is not that fun to read. I'm not a huge like short story person. I don't know. That's my non-opinion, I guess. I'm telling. Brenna, shut up.
I'm just gonna retweet everything she said because I feel the exact same way.
I have
I
not
tried.
So
I read one page of Mistborn.
I am gonna read Save the Date first. I'm like 30 pages into that, and then I'll read Mistborn. I'm gonna finish it before the year's over. Technically, I'm supposed to finish it before Thursday. Is that gonna happen? Probably not, but the video is gonna be posted sometime in December. I have to tell you guys, the one book I thought I would dislike, I really enjoyed, and then one of the books that I thought I would really enjoy, I gave 3 stars. So it's been an interesting reading experience for that video. So
I don't even know what Save the Date is.
it is a YA contemporary by Morgan Matson.
All right.
It's got like a wedding planner. I don't know.
What is that Christmas one that everyone's talking about right now that has like balloons on the cover?
10 something blind dates, 10 blind dates.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna read that, but
Okay. I was like, I'm gonna read this in December, and I wanted to have a hard copy of it, and it's like $27, and I was like, no.
What?
It was like at the bookstore, and I was like, I could just get it on Amazon, but I just was like, no, I'm fine.
I'm sure it's cute. No. I'm not really into fluffy contemporaries so much, I've discovered. I really prefer like hard-hitting YA contemporaries or like weird YA contemporaries like A.S. King. So yeah, I think it would be like a 3-star read for me at most. So I'm not gonna waste my time. It's bad. I just have to be more selective with what I read now. It's a no from me.
I definitely feel that.
I'm not gonna be reading the sequel to Beartown anytime soon, if ever. I just don't care. Beartown was good, but it was like a 4-star read for me, not a 5-star read, and I don't think it needs a sequel. So
someone asked earlier if we had read Me Before You, and I was like, I want to answer that. Have you read Me Before You? I
will never. I have very strong opinions, and no. Fuck no.
Okay. Well, I did, and I did not know what it was. I did not know anything about it, and I have been angry for 3 years.
The message that if you're disabled, you should kill yourself is pretty fucked up to me. So didn't love that. And I know the message was supposed to be like, you have the right to choose whatever. No. How insulting is that to disabled people? I fucking hate that.
Yeah, it was fucked up. It was very fucked up and horribly sad, and I just didn't stop being sad.
Yeah.
So I've been mad about it forever. What is my main reading genre? It's changed so much over the last year, but mostly like young adult fantasy. That's pretty much what I read the most. I'm getting more into more like mysteries and romance now, which is wild.
Yeah, I think this year has really shaped my like reading tastes more. Had you asked me at the start of Booktube, I actually went back and watched a video like me talking about what I read, and I was like, I love fantasy, and I read romance, and that's it. And now I like never read fantasy. I only read romance. Sometimes I read thrillers, hard-hitting YA contemporaries. Like that's pretty much it, I would say. But it's not even that I don't like fantasy. It's hard to force myself to get into them. I don't know. That's one of my goals for 2020, though, is really to try to get back into it because I know I love it and I have so much fantasy on my shelves from when I thought I was like a big fantasy reader. So I don't know.
I want to read more middle grade in 2020 because I've been gifted so much middle grade this year, and I've enjoyed most of the middle grade that I've read this year. I just want to. I feel like I know middle grade's not for everybody, but I've really enjoyed like the first. I think it's called Keeper of the Lost Cities that Reagan talks about in her videos a lot. It feels like Harry Potter felt when I was a kid, and so I've enjoyed that one.
Oh, that's good. Let me know how it is once you get further into the series. Maybe I'll give that a try. I guess I haven't read a lot of middle grade. I think that I would really like it. I think it's got some more universal themes than young adult. Young adult's more about like finding yourself and like your place in the world, and middle grade's more about like, I don't know. It's just different thematically. I think
It is. It is, and it's like most of it is like really like uplifting and positive. And so if I've like this year I read a few really like sad books, I would like counterbalance that with like a middle grade graphic novel, which there are so many great middle grade graphic novels out in the last year.
Yeah. Women's fiction. I'm not a big women's fiction fan personally.
What would you even consider that? Like
women's fiction is like think Steel Magnolias, like just
okay.
very women focused. It's usually like a group of 4 women or like whatever, and it's about like their struggles. And sometimes they have like romances thrown in there, but that's not really the point of the book. There's nothing wrong with women's fiction or chick lit in general. Chick lit tends to be more romance heavy, but not quite romance.
Mm-hmm.
And again, nothing wrong with that. It's just not my preference. I like steamy romance. I don't like pounding all day kind of like smut. I like the very middle ground. Like I want there to be sex scenes, but I want there to be like an actual relationship being built.
What authors? It's like Kristen Hanna?
I guess. I think she's more historical, but
okay.
But kind of, I guess, yeah. I'm trying to think of like actual books. Hayden was asking me the other day, like, what is women's fiction? What's chick lit?
I did NetGalley a good bit at the beginning of this year. It's stressful and overwhelming. I don't like it that much. No.
I'm not a big NetGalley fan. I'm not even like anti-ARC. I just don't like NetGalley. I don't like the whole percentage thing. I think it's stressful. I think Edelweiss is better. They don't have percentages, and you don't really get penalized for not reading a book.
Yeah.
Like they'll still probably approve you for things. The only publishing company that like will not approve like consumer arcs is Penguin. Everybody else pretty much, like if you've got decent stats, I guess, like in the community, you have a blog or like whatever, you'll easily get approved for arcs. I also think it's more traditionally published arcs, which is interesting because I like indie romances, but when it comes to arcs that I'm seeking out, I would really like the big buzzed about stuff, and I feel like I find more of that on Edelweiss than I do on NetGalley, so I'm not a big NetGalley fan personally.
I'm trying to find my Goodreads at. I apologize. I don't know it right offhand. I think it's just Goblet of Fiction, honestly.
Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, I think it's Goblet of Fiction.
Mine's just Chandler Ainsley. There's so many zoomed in pictures of Nugget in my Twitter mentions right now. I'm laughing.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go look.
Not of him right here, but just of like the screenshots from my cozy little readathon.
His eyes, I swear, those eyes, they killed me. Something Borrowed. All right, Bridget Jones' Diary. Okay, I see what y'all are saying. I've always wanted to read Bridget Jones' Diary, though. I really enjoyed that film. I thought that film was hilarious. But I was also like 11 years old when I watched it, so.
That's fair. Emily Giffen, yeah, she does write chick flit, or like Sophie Kinsella, like Shopaholic series. That kind of
All
stuff.
right, yeah, okay. I think another thing in 2020 that I want to do is I want to go back and read books that I like read when I was a teenager and see how I feel about them now. Like one of my favorite movies is The Devil Wears Prada. So I read the book back then and I really loved it, but I don't know if it's good. Like, I don't remember if it's actually good.
I want to read the lesbian fanfic version of that.
Wait, is that a thing?
Yeah, it's like Miranda Priestley basically getting with what's her name.
Where's the link?
It's actually on this monthly page. It was like one of the options for the first month. Let me find it for you.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I remember now. Oh yeah, okay. Well, I'm gonna have to read that.
It's called The Brutal Truth by Lee Winter. It has 4.5 stars on Goodreads.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna have to read it.
Yeah, me too.
Seriously, one of my favorite movies. I love it. See, the thing about the Bridget Jones's Diary movie is that, I mean, Renee Zellweger is incredible, but her best friend is played by the actress who plays Moaning Myrtle in the Harry Potter series. And I don't know why. I just loved it because of that.
I love that. Okay, so I'm just gonna put it in the chat, but it's just at smunthly on Twitter. There's no like Goodreads. I think I like created a Goodreads book club, but I don't use it. I just post like sometimes asking you guys what you want to read that month. A lot of the times lately I've just been picking the book for a club, but it just depends. Mostly because for the past two it's been like seasonal stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's weird. I like chick flicks. I'm not a huge fan of like book versions. I guess because I can probably consume it easier in a movie format. I don't really feel the need to seek that out in a book.
I feel that.
Now, if there were like shows out there like Punk 57.
Oh yeah, you love shows, right? Because you like the build up and the character development.
So much. Oh my god, my heart. So me and Hayden have been watching Vampire Diaries. He hates it. Like he always bitches. I don't want to watch that. Why do we always have to watch that show? And then I started watching Boy Meets World and like making him watch that with me. Mm-hmm. And then the other day I was like, oh, I can't wait to go home and watch Boy Meets World with you. And he's like, I never thought I would say this, but can we watch the Vampire Diaries instead? And I was like, my heart.
You gotta marry him. That's it. That's what you gotta do.
Yeah, Klaus just came in, so it's big time. My goal is just to get him to understand what I like. You know, I made him read Twilight while watching Vampire Diaries.
What about One Tree Hill? Has he watched it?
Yeah, he like hates it a lot. But I think like we didn't start from the beginning. Like I was just watching stuff and he would like lay in bed with me as I was watching it. So at some point we're going to do an entire watch through and he's going to like it. I'm going to make him like it.
Man, that show was such a big part of like my teen years.
His shitty commentary is just going to make my life. I'm not, it's like, who doesn't want to marry their 16-year-old boyfriend? Nayli forever.
What's the name of their horrible kid? Jamie.
I love that name. Don't.
He was a horrible character. Did you just pull that up?
It was on my story because I'm obsessed with them. I have this photo set saved in my saved stuff on Instagram just so I can go back and look whenever I need to. What kind of shows does he watch? Good fucking question. Like, I don't know, basic shit on Netflix, like Paper Money Heist, that on Netflix. He's watched like Peaky Blinders, Game of Thrones, like pretty much like the popular like dude stuff, I guess. It's weird too because he's not even like hyper masculine or anything. Like it's not that he's like, I don't know, that's girl stuff, I can't watch that. He's just like really not into stuff.
He's not a bro.
He doesn't really care about romantic relationships and shows, which that's fine.
Oh man, now the songs from One Tree Hill are stuck in my head. What do you like know what your favorite like Haley song was?
No.
All right. I know. I still listen to some of them every now and then. Well, that one song, Halo, that she did.
I'm trying to remember the songs, to be honest. I can't think of any off the top of my head.
It's okay.
What show had banging fucking songs? Instant Star, Canadian, fucking Degrassi Network. Instant Star was my shit. I know
Instant Star.
I know every song. The relationship was so fucked up that started my love of age gap romances. Like,
that one song that's like, I've been sitting in the dirt. What is it? 24 Hours? Is that what that song is called?
It's so good.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Did anyone else have very low standards for books as a kid? Yes, I did.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I just read
But
anything.
what's interesting to me too is the stuff that I hated as a kid. Like if I hated something as a kid, it's bad. Which is funny because I hated The Diviners and everybody keeps talking about that fucking book. I'm like, did I just have bad taste? Do I need to reread it? Yeah, I
The
guess.
Diviners?
I have 3 of the books. Why am I so stupid?
I have the first one. Kat said it was spooky, and I was like, okay, Kat, but she's thick. Like, it's a thick book.
I thought you were saying Cat was thick.
That
I'm gonna tell her you said that. That's so funny.
hula hoop booty. All the hula hoops. I can't with the Diviners, though. It's just so big. That's how I feel about all of these. Oh, another thing in 2020 is I've got to finish these fucking Cassandra Clare books.
Let's do it together, pal. I say that. I'm probably
Say, don't lie to me.
Where are you starting? Like, what do you need to do?
I finished the original trilogy. I need to read the Infernal trilogy and then do the other 3 Mortal Instruments.
I read Infernal at the beginning of the year, so I probably won't reread that, but I want to reread the Mortal Instruments and then read the other 3 books.
Yeah. They finally released Queen of Shadows paperback, so now all of my like paperback copies are like beautiful beside each other. And I hate them.
They take up so much space on my shelves. I have like 2 full shelves of them, but they're like overflowing. Like I don't have enough room.
I know. I cannot believe I bought them because like I did not really enjoy the Mortal Instruments trilogy that much. Like it was fine, but I didn't enjoy it. But I will say that the first Infernal I'm liking a lot more than I've liked any of the other 3 books.
I think a lot of people like the Infernal Devices series. That just like wasn't what I started with, so it's not my favorite, but
yeah. I feel
mostly
that.
because the love triangle is really weak to me.
Oh yeah. I've heard that the newest trilogy is pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know if it is.
I loved, and there's a sex scene, so.
What? Okay, Cassie.
Technically,
All right.
1.5, so.
All right. That's good to know.
But I am excited about Chain of Gold. That's going to be good. I don't know why I'm
It's so pretty.
And I think one of the characters is Persian.
Oh, really?
I think the main character is.
When does that book come out?
March, May. One of the end
shit.
months.
I only got 3 months to read these books.
Is it March or May? I think it might be. I don't fucking know. Chain of Gold release date. Yeah, March 3rd. Cool. Oh, House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J. Maas comes out the same day, so.
Oh, drama. Love that.
Cool.
Someone just started reading that I know. Who?
Was it
Oh,
Chloe?
one of the fake crate. Megan, one of the fake crate. She had an arc and she started it. It's there. That's a very big book.
Yeah, Chloe's reading Chain of Gold.
Oh, jealous. I mean, I don't know why I'm jealous, but
honestly, same. I'm always like, I don't have that arc. I haven't even read the like first 18 books of the series.
Literally me.
That's I have only read one of the books I got from BEI. So granted, I didn't get that many compared to a lot of people. I think I got max 10, but like still not good. I don't know. I didn't get very many of like my most hyped books from that. Like I just got like a random shit. So I guess this one got weird. Yeah, I'm so excited for you to go next year.
I'm excited too. I'm very nervous, but I'm excited.
It's gonna be a good time.
Are you going yet? Do you know if you're going yet?
They're supposed to tell me if they're going to reject me sometime next week. I don't know. You didn't have to apply for it, did you?
Mm-mm.
So I don't know if they did this last year, but they sent an email that was like, we'll let you know within 21 days if you've been rejected. And if you don't get rejected within 21 days, assume that you
are going.
Stuff later. So I don't know. They're so fickle. I know a lot of people who have gone like 3 years in a row and have gotten rejected like the 4th time. So I don't know why I'm so anxious about it. But my thing is like, if I don't get accepted to BEA, I don't know if I would want to go just because that was the most fun that I had. BookCon was just stressful. BEA was like chill.
Yeah.
And it's like more friend centered, if that makes sense. Like it's smaller because it's just booktubers. BookCon is open to the public, so anyone can go. And like, I don't know, your friends who have a lot of subscribers are being like stormed by people who are big fans, which is like just stressful in general. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel that. But yeah, I mean, like it doesn't start until Thursday, right? BEA starts on Thursday.
Yeah, which is nice.
Yeah, and I'm getting there Monday, so I'll be there Monday through Wednesday, just free reign.
That'll be fun. How long are you staying?
Monday until Tuesday.
Damn.
Of the next week.
That's really nice. I think I'm probably gonna go Wednesday to Monday.
Mm-hmm.
I that was my one regret, was like not doing more in New York. So I definitely want to do more this time around, but we shall see.
And I'm flying with Brittany, so that my biggest thing was that I was gonna have to fly alone. I've never flown before, so I was really worried about that. But we're gonna fly together.
What?
Yeah.
It's not a long flight, right?
We will have like a layover probably, so it's gonna be like 4 hours total. If we went to Atlanta and flew from there, it'd be an hour and a half flight, but it's gonna be about 4 hours.
But like in the air, you won't be in the air that long.
No.
That's nice. I think it's like a 3 or 4 hour flight from where I'm at, which sucks. Mostly because I just have to get up and pee a lot.
Yeah. If you're gonna be in the when will you be in the new area by that time?
No.
Okay.
We're moving in July.
All right. Just right before it.
Yeah.
Because that would literally be an hour flight.
I know. It'll be nice in the future for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, he is snoring.
March 3rd, the week before my birthday. Wow. Wow.
I can feel it. I'm so allergic to Nugget, you guys.
Oh, I meant to make a comment earlier when you talked about like being 25 and why you're starting your second channel and everything. It is very relatable. So I'm very excited to see that, because everyone's journey is so different. And that's been one of my biggest struggles, is like being able to separate myself from where other people are at my age.
Yeah.
And so I think that's really cool. And I think that's going to be like good for your brain to chronicle it. And
it's so hard too. Like, I mean, I see people around me, and like none of the people I work with really have their shit together. There was a Christmas party on Thursday, and everybody came in hungover the next day. Every fucking person on my team. So it's not like everybody else has their shit together, but I don't know. I just feel like I don't have my life together at all. Like, I don't know. I want to own a house in a couple of years. I have no savings for that. Like, I don't know. I feel like that is what I want my channel to be. Like, I just want to talk about like that kind of stuff, and like me trying to like start saving money, me trying to not eat fast food every fucking day of my life. Straight up, like one of the titles of the videos on my new channel is going to be eating fast food every single day for 20 years, because like that's real. Like that is my life. Like,
yeah.
I need to get together. I don't want it to be like a place for me to like give unsolicited advice, or like, I don't know. I don't want it to be like a fitness channel or anything. I just like, I want to get my whole life together. Like that's the whole point. So I don't know. Being 25 is weird.
It definitely is. I'm turning 28 in March, and so I'm like going into my late 20s, which is it's just wild. 25 is hard though. 25 is a hard year.
I don't know. I thought I'd have my stuff together like by now,
but you're not alone. So that's going to be cool that you're going to have a lot of people to watch that and remind you that you're not.
Biggest dislike ratio I have on a video. I don't know. Any video that has a lot of views has a higher dislike ratio for me. I don't really look at that stuff. I don't really care at all. I know some people get stressed when they get one dislike on a video, or like negative comment. If I get a negative comment, I just like don't let that person comment on my channel again. I don't give a shit. That's the least of my worries.
Yeah. I don't look at that stuff either.
I'm just like a glutton for punishment. I don't know. Like, I don't care. I would say I have like a pretty thick skin for the most part. I mean, I have feelings, but whatever.
I've never read Percy Jackson. I'm just seeing that comment about Percy Jackson. I've never read those books before, which is wild because they're super popular, but I've never read them. I read the first one, but
it's one of those series that I'm sure is really great if it was like your series growing up, but for me it was just whatever. And I was very much one of those girls that like wanted to read book series about girls.
Yeah.
I don't know. Same with like, I wasn't really into boy bands, but I liked girl groups. So I don't know. I guess you could say I'm kind of gay.
Mood.
Wait, what?
No, I was reading the same thing you were.
Oh, okay. How did you find each other's channels? We didn't really. So Garen's girlfriend is my best friend, and I am in a group chat with her and one other person. We talk every single day for like 8 hours a day. And that's kind of how I met Garen. And now we have like our own friendship, but that's how we like met basically.
Yeah.
And it's extra great because I like Garen, and it would be really fucking stupid if I didn't. You know what I mean? Like it would suck if like you were on Booktube and like your girlfriend was my best friend and I also hated you, but like you're actually I love you so much. So
oh, I love you too. Yeah, Twilight, the power of Twilight.
Yeah, that's how me and his girlfriend became friends, was Twilight. So brings people together. Yeah, it was super weird too because neither Brenna nor Almonds are on Booktube in any capacity, which thank fuck, because it's so nice being able to vent about that stuff to people who like are apart from it and have perspective. But it was super random, like how we met on Twitter. I guess like I don't really remember exactly how it was. We have some like arbitrary date set for like when we started talking, but it was very quick. We just started DMing each other. I thought they were both really funny on Twitter, so yeah.
We met in high school. Brenna went to like a school that only went to the 8th grade, and then they had to choose like between the 3 different schools in the county to go to after that. And she came to my high school. And
what do you mean a school that only went to the 8th grade?
Yeah, it's kindergarten to 8th grade. It was a Rahama Junior High, and when you graduate from Rahama, you have to choose between 3 schools in the area. And yeah, it's really strange, right?
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's some mountain stuff right there.
Did your school have all grades at it? Like,
yes, yeah. That's such a weird concept.
And that's like Little House on the Prairie shit.
It is. It really, truly is. Like that area up there, the mountain is just wild. Sand Mountain, y'all. But yeah, so we met when she came in the 9th grade, and we were just kind of like low key in love with each other for like 2 years. She had a boyfriend. That didn't work out.
Song.
Reminds you of what?
That Taylor Swift song. You know, You Belong With Me.
Yeah, I was about to say any of them. From the beginning. But yeah, that's how we met. We bonded over the movie House of Wax because we both, for some reason, did not like Paris Hilton. Just 2006 things, whatever year it was. I don't know what year that was. And Paris Hilton dies in a really brutal way in that movie, and we were just like, House of Wax. Teenagers are stupid. Yeah.
Yeah, but we're both from the South, so
yeah,
it's like super like common, I think.
It is very common, yeah.
But we're not those like hometown heroes, like didn't go to college kind of people, so that's good at least.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's so interesting too because we are from the South, we are both very liberal, and and like we have these like like high school sweethearts typically fall with like the very conservative people, and I feel like we're not like those Southerners.
Exactly. No, yeah. And I think that's why like I instantly kind of got you and Brenna, because like there's just a lot of shared experiences being liberal in the South, like just that kind of, yeah.
It's rough sometimes.
It's a journey.
It is a journey. I haven't listened to any of the audiobooks.
Okay, wait, which one? Okay, I have to see. Clockwork Princess. I think I listened to that one on audio, and I kind of hate that you're saying that because I'm pretty sure it's Ed Westwick.
Oh, that's so funny. I'm Chuck Bass. Gossip Girl, though.
I think the first one is narrated by Isaac from Teen Wolf, Daniel Sherman. Oh, Daniel Sharman does the third one. He's fucking hot. He has an amazing voice. It melts my panties. Fuck off. No offense. Love you so much. Thank you for being here. But like, I love the audiobook for that. Childhood sweethearts are a foreign concept to me. I mean, I wasn't like a childhood sweetheart with Hayden. Like, we met when we were 16. The idea of like being friends from like birth all the way like up and then falling in love is really cute. But not me.
The Gossip Girl reboot, yes, HBO is doing it. I'm actually really excited about it. I think I trust HBO.
I don't.
I loved Euphoria so much. Like,
I couldn't get through it. It's good though.
I feel that it's a rough show, but I enjoyed it.
It is good.
I'm all about aesthetics, like in film, so it's just very pretty and sad.
You know what? I say that. Now that I'm thinking more about the whole childhood sweethearts thing, like I obviously wasn't a child when me and Hayden met, but there's something super special about getting to grow up with someone. You really have to learn how to like communicate and function when you're a like child, when you're 16, and like growing up with someone and like learning how to be an adult. It's, I don't know.
Oh yeah.
I could not be with someone else because they wouldn't get it, I guess. And like the shared experiences, like usually like are from the same place too. I don't know. It's special.
Mm-hmm. It is special.
Yes, I've watched Teen Wolf. I like it.
I have not.
Oh my god, I cannot make myself watch Anne with an E since they canceled it. Like, I'm upset. I kept seeing all the spoilers and I really wanted to watch it. I watched the first season, but I didn't watch the other two. And now I just don't know if I can because I'm like, I don't need my heart to break. I don't need that pain in my life right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they canceled it. No, that's it. That's too sad for me.
Yeah, they gave everyone a taste of what they wanted, and then they were just like, bye. Gossip Girl. Fucking Dan Humphrey.
Dude, I love him. I think he's so hot.
Penn Badgley?
He's usually not my type. Like, that's not my type at all, but he's cute.
Really skinny, tall boys.
I don't.
What is that TikTok?
The ones that look like they got the Spanish influenza?
Yeah.
I like short, skinny, white, sickly, blonde. That's my type.
A green bean looking.
And Badgley's like not like tall and skinny enough. Like he's just kind of like your average guy. Like he's very generic. He's got brown hair, brown eyes.
He kind of looks like that Keanu Reeves meme.
He kind of does.
You know what I'm talking about? Oh.
I have watched you. I read the book. I didn't watch all of the show, but
I watched one episode of it.
Mostly because it's very true, in my opinion, to the book, and I thought the book was just okay. Have you watched Fear the Walking Dead? I don't like zombie shows, so that's a no. I don't really like scary shit. I don't. No.
Speaking of, are you going to read more like Ruth Ware top thrillers in 2020?
Mm-hmm. Definitely thrillers. I'll probably end up reading some horror because I'm probably going to do a taste test for Cat at some point. but I was also watching her Little Life video, and I was like, what if I did a try not to cry challenge and just read that book?
I mean, I want you to read that book so we can talk about it. That was one of the highlights of my week, was talking to Kat about that book.
I'm gonna fucking hate it. I just feel it in my bones.
I really thought I was going to, because so many people were like, you have to read this book. It's going to be your book. And I was like, okay. And I expected to hate it. I didn't hate it, but it was not a one that I loved.
I just like need to know. I'm just so curious. I'm a hype bitch. So if you tell me something's fucked up and makes you cry, like I have to read that.
Oh no. I mean, that book, I straight up cried the last 100 pages. Like, did not stop. Did not. It was a really bad day.
And I asked Kat too. I was like, so let me know like what you think of it, and like, you know, because I don't know, I'm considering reading it. And she said, I'm only 100 pages in, but I can tell you right now not to fucking read this book. You specifically. Like, she said that to me. And I was like, maybe I'm just not going to listen to you.
The audiobook's pretty good.
Yeah, I'd probably have to get the audiobook. It's so damn long.
Yeah.
That's
a pretty good narrator.
Born is 24 hours.
I don't know if that book is for me. That's too much.
No. And I have a hold on The Way of Kings, which is even longer. I want to know how long the audiobook is, but I'm scared. Let me look it up.
Do not read In a Dark, Dark Wood, Chan. Don't listen to Danny. Danny, get out of here. Stop that. I'm mad, though, that I was like, I really enjoyed Turn of the Key, and I'm mad about that.
So the audiobook length for The Way of Kings is 45 hours.
No.
It was one of the highest rated books on my TBR, so it's happening at some point, but I'm scared.
Yeah, no, that's rough. That's rough.
Thankfully, the rest are like romance and then Wayward Son, so
that's good. You'll read Wayward Son in like 2 hours.
Yeah, it's really short.
It is.
Dude, why is Pepe ferret shaped?
Surprised you bought a ferret.
His arms are like tucked in and he's just like long.
A long boy.
Yeah, The Way of Kings is 45 hours long.
Ariel, you should be scared. That book is nonstop tragedy. There are some happy moments. You
could not pay me money to read The Secret History.
I don't even know what that is.
Mark it down right now, guys. Like in ink, I'm not doing it. That's one I will not do. For someone who occasionally dresses like someone out of a dark academia book, I don't like dark academia. So.
You do.
Like, give me a blazer, but don't give me that fuck shit. Okay, like I don't want to hear about white kids getting up to some tomfoolery. Like, it's just not for me.
Is that what that book's about?
Yeah.
Is it queer at all? All right.
Is it?
Are we gonna read? Oh, you already read Feast for Sparks. Never mind.
It sucked. Am I gonna read Ninth House at some point? Mostly because at least there's a fantasy element there, but like,
I bought that. I need to read that too.
It's signed and personalized, and she was really nice to me, so I'm gonna give it a try.
That's sweet. Wait, did she say something about your hair?
She liked my belt, my snake belt.
That's what it was, your belt.
Holly liked the hair. So.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I'm still mad about that. I'm going to be chill. It's fine. Thrillers really are hit or miss. I prefer cozy mysteries, honestly, to thrillers.
That, you're right.
Maybe that's going to be my main genre for 2020 is cozy mysteries. That's all my channel is going to be.
I'm excited to read Bunny. Everybody's talking about it.
Yeah, I'm going to have to pick it up.
For sure. It's pretty too.
It's very pretty. Did we talk about doing like some type of like Charlene collab?
We should. We have all kinds of collabs.
We have way too many.
sometimes I feel like is Garen gonna forget? Is he just gonna be like, bitch, I agreed to that and I lied. I'm not.
No, I'm ready about Black Dagger. I'm ready. We can literally start that whenever you want.
Okay.
Like,
write this down so I don't forget. I mean, I won't forget because I love that series so much. We should definitely. I'm thinking January for that because like it's got January vibes. It's set in a shitty part of New York, and like I think it starts in the wintertime.
oh, okay. I was like, January is like a shitty part of New York.
No, but I don't know about you, but like pretty much anything set in New York feels Christmassy to me. Unless
I don't know. Yeah.
Ooh, a hot summer day in New York. I don't know.
I have not listened to all of the album yet.
I have not listened to any of it. My best friend's obsessed with Harry Styles, but I have not. Dude, Pepper is okay. I want to see if I can get him to stay in this box and show you guys. He's my book of the month.
That's cute. That's a cute bebe right there.
Oh, there we go.
Bebe Pepe.
His fucking leg.
Someone get that screenshot though.
I want no.
Oh.
It's Pepe of the month.
Pepe of the month.
You like that? Oh, are you gonna put your whole body in there? I love that for you. Attachments is a good Christmassy romance. I have not read Landline. I'm probably gonna read that sometime this month, but
you should read it on the days. It starts on I think December 22nd. Every section is a day, so you could read the section a day.
Maybe I will do that.
That's a cute thing. Such a cute book. And it's angsty, so be prepared.
I like her contemporaries a lot.
I do too. Speaking of angsty, that Mr. Frosty Pants book, are you going to no, you're not going to read that, right?
I like depressing. I don't know. I am.
Oh, you might like it a lot then, because it's very depressing.
There's another angsty one that I kind of want to read that's male. It's called like Work for It by Talia Hibbert. I heard that one.
Okay.
So I'll probably read that instead.
Inkmas. She wrote Inkmas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, Inkmas? Okay.
And Get a Life, Chloe Brown too.
What's Goblet of Fire? Yes, that's exactly what it is. That's one of my favorite books.
Oh my god. He is doing pretzel shit right now. The fuck?
Is that his foot?
Mm-hmm.
Love him.
I didn't even get it in frame. Crackhead, baby.
Yes, I would love for Rainbow to do more adult contemporary.
Yeah, I hope that she. I don't know. It's just there's so much money in the YA space. I kind of don't see her doing that.
I hope she does at least one more.
Mm-hmm. What do you think she's gonna write after she like finishes with?
She tweeted that she already has a plan for what she's doing after she finishes Anyway the Wind Blows. But I don't know. I hope it's adult. I really hope it's adult.
Are you leaving? Is that what's happening right now? Okay.
I'm not the person to ask about owning romance, what you should buy.
So okay. That's so hard. I'd need to know more. Like, tell me your favorite books, because I can't just like give you a smutty recommendation, like a good book recommendation. That sounds bad. That's like the whole point of what I do, right?
You just have a lot of knowledge.
Yeah, I don't know. I hate when people give me like random book recommendations, because like you don't know what I like.
Yeah. Rainbow was like really sick on and off for the last 5 years, so that's why it took a long time to write that book. That's something she talked about on her Twitter, but she's doing better now.
Okay, bye. I'm good on. You understand me?
I've never read The Hating Game. That's something that I've got to read this year or in 2020.
It's steamier than I thought it would be. I don't
It's an
know.
office romance, right?
Yeah, maybe I'll buddy read that with you because someone sent me a copy for my birthday.
I'll let you know when I read it. I don't know when, but
Yeah, it's kind of summery, so I would say summertime would be good. Stop that.
But yeah, she was writing Wayward Son, Pumpkinheads, and the Runaways comics all at the same time while she was sick, so it just took a little bit longer.
Did y'all see him? Don't mess with your brother, dude. Not cool. I am excited for Colin Huang's third book, but it's supposed to be coming out in 2021 according to Goodreads. So
Oh wow.
yeah, I don't know what's up there. I don't know if that's accurate or not, but I'm obviously thrilled. I was so surprised how much I liked The Bride Test. Like,
Oh, I think I bought that.
it's really good.
What is that? The first one?
Second one, Kiss Question's the first one.
That's the one I have. I haven't read it.
The Kiss Question's good. I think I like The Bride Test better. Yeah.
I'm gonna read these soon. I'm gonna dive back in.
I think it'll be a fave for you.
I'm excited about it.
It's like fantasy light, kind of gay, like
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like foggy, right?
Yeah.
Like in that area. Just very atmospheric.
Yeah, exactly.
Favorite genre is thriller. Friends to lovers.
Ooh, I don't know. That's really tough. I mean, my favorite like enemies to lovers is Punk 57, obviously by Penelope Douglas, which is free from Kindle Unlimited, but also like she has physical copies you can buy from Amazon. Yeah, I mean that's just like my go-to romance recommendation if you like enemies to lovers.
I would probably buy that, honestly. I enjoyed it.
It's fun.
No, I'm not going to listen to the audiobook because the last time I tried to read The Raven Boys, it was I'd stopped because of the audiobook. That narrator was fucking terrible. The accents, the southern accent, I mean, it ruined most of the book for me. So I was like, no, I just need to physically read this.
So bad. And it's funny because some people are like, "Oh, these are my favorite audiobooks," and I'm like,
"Are you okay?"
Do not trust you.
Yeah, same. Do you need help, baby? Blink twice on the camera.
Oh, what are you doing? Can you quit? There's a door right here, and Pepe's trying to shove his paws underneath. Yo, quit. I'm trying to think of anything exciting that I have planned for 2020 book-wise. No. Nothing. March is going to be fun. That's all I can really. Do you ever just have a really good idea and it kind of involves someone, but you like don't really know how to like? Do I tell this person that I'm gonna be recreating all of their videos for an entire month? Like,
That's wild.
do I have to ask permission? Should I tell them no? What if they say I would prefer if you didn't? Like, what do I do then?
That would be sad.
I know. I think they're like, if anyone would let me do it, it would be this person. But anyway, that's my plan for March. So that'll be fun. I have no idea what books I'm gonna do, but I have all the videos planned.
That'll be fun. I know, like when I had the idea to do the tasting of Punk 57, it killed me. Like, not to tell you, there were so many times I like took screenshots of moments and been like, "Hey, this is happening because of this one thing that happened in this book." God, I wish I could remember what it was that I wanted to talk to you about. Did I take a note?
Was it when he licked her face?
No.
No?
That was very specific, Chan.
Well, he says you taste like shit, and it's like sexy.
Oh no, I do remember that. No, that was not what it was. I don't. It was a specific scene though. Like it was a sex scene that I was like, I gotta talk to Chan. Maybe they were in a library.
Yeah.
Or a science lab.
The library.
Okay. Yeah. Because it just happened really fast. And I was like, what is happening right now?
Does he finger her there?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
It's the old finger blast.
Also, I hope you're not saying my mind is brilliant. It's not. It's a dumpster fire in here. It's like that episode of SpongeBob where he's just going through the file cabinets and everything's on fire. And I just try to see what I can get out. I also prefer female narrators, unless it's someone hot like Danielle Sharman or Ed Westwick. Also, Spike from Buffy narrates some of the Cassandra Clare ones.
Yeah, he
So,
does.
I'm so ready. I think it's the last series. What is it?
Yeah, it's the newest trilogy.
Fucking
What is it called?
Dark Artifices.
Yeah,
I get that confused with Infernal Devices. It all sound the same.
they do.
You know, it's different generation, same white people.
I'm trying to think. Like, my favorite narrator is Michael Crouch, but I do prefer female narrators. I've loved a lot of the books that Michael Crouch has narrated.
I'm trying to think of my favorite. I don't really think I have a favorite narrator.
I really love the person who does the Folk of the Air trilogy. Those are good. They're good. Red, White, and Oil Blue. Man, I hated that narrator. So bad.
It's weird. I think for like my most anticipated books, I usually don't use audiobooks. It's usually for shit that I know I'm not going to get through otherwise.
Yeah. Red, White, and Oil Blue. I did that. I don't. I think I reread it when it came out, and that's how I listened to it. And the Texas accents. That narrator who like mispronounced so many Spanish words, and I was like, "This is important. Like, this is important to the characters. You should have looked up a pronunciation guide, sir."
There's also a lot of Austin references, and there's like specific things in Austin. Oh wow! Could you not do that, dude? Did y'all hear that? That was awful.
What was it?
Scratching on the fucking what are these things called? Walls. But like the main street in Austin is called Guadalupe. It's spelled Guadalupe. No one says that. So like I don't really trust a narrator to get those little details right.
Yeah.
Anything that sounds Spanish here should not sound Spanish.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like I'm trying to think. There's a road called Manchaca, Manchaca, which that's not even how you like say it in Spanish. We call it Manchac. We just forget the last A. Hey, stop. So yeah.
Tatiana, that is the moment in the book that I had to pause it.
Gelatos.
Oh my god.
I can't. Mm-mm. That's a no.
Also, is that the book that that they have jammy Dodgers in? Is that the cookie that Henry's always eating, the jammy Dodgers?
I think so.
Yeah, I bought those yesterday because I was like, this isn't that book. And I tried them and it was literally the worst thing I've ever tasted in my life.
Seeing as it's from England and it's food. No.
Yeah. I should have known better. I was played. I played myself.
Their version of cookies. Mm-mm.
It literally, when I bit it, it had like chalk dust. It like just immediately turned into dust. And it had a really sour like raspberry jam in the middle. And it was very sticky and I was just mad.
No.
Yeah.
I'm extremely white and anything like any dessert not from here is not sweet enough for me. Like Hayden loves Italian desserts. They're just not sugary enough. And I feel like it's the same in England. Are you both from Austin? No. Do we sound the same? Come on.
I definitely have more of an accent than you do.
Yeah. Garen's from Alabama.
From Alabama.
I'm not from Austin. I'm from Houston. Well, born in Dallas, raised in Houston, live in Austin. I will be moving out of this great state sometime in 2020.
So excited for you.
I'm so excited.
I mean, for me too, but I'm more excited for you.
Ow. Where are you going? away to another southern state. I don't really want to talk about it until it's like finalized, but yeah, I'm excited about it. It's kind of making me anxious, but I'm ready to get out of here.
Yeah, it's gonna be a year of change.
I was looking at like houses too. Like my parents have a house. We're gonna live with my parents for a few years to save up money to buy a house. But the home prices there are so much cheaper, which is crazy to me because like I don't know, Texas is supposed to be so cheap, but Austin is so stupid expensive. Traffic's terrible. I don't know. I'm ready to get out of here. French pronunciation's bad in audiobooks too. Yeah, it is. It's real bad. Any foreign accent or any foreign, yeah, anything that's not English by an English audiobook narrator, English speaker. I can't talk today. You guys know what I mean. It's bad.
Yeah. Almost always.
Alrighty, guys, we're gonna leave in like 10 minutes. So tell us things, ask us questions, get out what you need to get out.
Ask us some wild questions.
Please do. Or like very specific book recommendations. I don't know. Get zesty with it.
Get zesty.
Dude, I like Canadian accents too. I used to be in sales, and my territory was Canada. And those people are so nice on the phone, and their accents are awesome. Did y'all see him crawling under the comforter?
Oh, just a lump.
A monster. I have not read that book, Victim Without a Face. Which Canadian accent, like the stereotypical one? If you're talking to me, my territory was like Toronto and Quebec, so I got like kind of the gamut of Canadian accents, like typical, stereotypical, and then like French Canadian, so that was cool. Did you like the ending of Teen Wolf? I didn't actually end up finishing the show. I usually don't end up finishing any show because like I'll start it in its heyday, and then I just like, I don't know, I don't keep up with when new seasons are coming out. I'll probably rewatch it all at some point. Longest book you've read?
It by Stephen King.
Oh god, yeah, no. I would say one of Cassandra Clare's books or Breaking Dawn. There's got to be something longer than that, but I can't think of anything off the top of my head. But definitely some sort of like fantasy.
Harry Potter.
Yeah, that one's long as fuck too. One of those.
Is it Order of the Phoenix that's like the longest book?
Is it? Oh, maybe.
It's either that or Goblet.
Too.
Yeah, it's either that or Goblet.
Never read a romance. What should I start off with? This question's been plaguing me because people keep asking me this recently, and I genuinely don't know. Maybe like The Hating Game, because I feel like that's a pretty easy one to get into. It's sexy. There are sex scenes, but it's not crazy. It's easily accessible. You can find it in a regular bookstore, and it's just kind of an enjoyable read. So I would say that or The Bread Test, maybe, if you're looking for something more diverse. Yeah, let's go with that. But I'm going to do a video soon, I think. I have one on like the different romance categories, like from non-smutty all the way up till smutty, with recommendations at each level. So if you want to start at the very beginning, I have that video. It's called like Intro to Romance, I think. But I can do a recommendations video on like where I would say you should start, I guess. If that would be helpful to you guys. Forbidden romance specifically because family doesn't approve of the person and would be upset. Yes. Torn by Carrie Ann Cole. It's basically her uncle. They're not related, but she falls for her dad's best friend. Like they're very, very close, and like it would not work out. I usually don't pick up the books that are like, oh, she fell for her dad's best friend, but in this case it really worked for me. And there's an age gap element, so it's definitely forbidden. Vampire books for a nerd who loved Twilight growing up. Depends specifically what you're looking for. but Sherilyn Kenyon is really good. I was going to actually recommend her. She does more like, it's not really vampires, it's more like demon hunters. I really liked her series. I love the Black Dagger Brotherhood series. I would say that's what I picked up right after Twilight, and I felt such a connection to it because the vampires are great, and I think J.R. Ward does a really good job for her fans. And even more so now. It's really interesting hearing her talk in interviews about things that she has done in the past in her books that she regrets because it's not what her fans would have liked. She definitely makes an effort to make stories that she knows her readership's going to enjoy. Like, she never like doesn't listen to her own vision too, but like, I don't know, I really appreciate that as someone who like really likes her books, that she really takes the care and like does what she thinks other people are going to enjoy. People that have been with her for 17 books, that was a tirade, but I love her. I love her books, and her happily ever afters are usually kick-ass. I think a lot of paranormal romance series don't do a great job with happily ever afters for each couple, but she does a great job. It's very like, we will be together forever, which I like. I need that in romance.
There are a few vampire books that are coming out in 2020. Caleb Rarig's writing a male vampire book that's coming out.
Vampires?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I have that on my radar. I'm excited about that.
I am too. I love his stuff.
I have not read the one I have by him, but I'm excited about that.
Is it the heist one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I got that. I don't know what it's called. Death Prefers Blondes.
I got that off Book Outlet. Recommendations, coworkers from enemies to lovers. I literally just read one like that, but I don't know why I'm spacing. I guess the Christmas one we read is kind of like that.
Christmas Pact.
Jay Kristoff is coming out with a vampire book as well. Like, I'm excited.
Oh, interesting.
I wouldn't say that I'm just like objectively excited about the vampire books coming out. Like, if they have good reviews, I'll read them. I don't know. I have enough vampires in my life. Like,
mm-hmm. Did you read The Beautiful?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Was it good?
I liked it. I have a vlog on it. The dude is kind of creepy in the Christmas Pact, but like, whatever. It was
yeah. Yeah, he was.
I'm not saying it's the best book ever, but that's like the most
no.
coworkers one. I'm trying to think I don't read a lot of workplace romances. It's just not really my thing. I prefer like college aged people in my romances usually. All of Vi Keelan's books are the same. I kind of agree with that. I tried to read another book by her, and Penelope Warden wasn't a big fan. I probably won't be reading a lot of their books. I know like Dirty Letters just came out, and a lot of people are excited since it's a pen pal romance, but I probably won't check that one out. There's some authors like that I just like, I'm not really into. R.S. Gray writes a lot of the same book over and over again, and I just like, I don't care.
That's what everyone's telling me about Jasmine Guillory's stuff, is that they're all the same. So I'm glad that I chose this one first.
Sure, romance can be formulaic, but not all of your romances should be the fucking same. And like, your characters should not be the same, and the plot should not be the same. It's crazy how many authors can get away with it, and people just don't care. I think that's why I enjoy Kate Stewart so much, and Penelope Douglas. Like, even though she has like kind of similar plots, I guess you could say Bully and Punk 57 are pretty similar. They're different enough, and the outcomes are different enough that, I don't know, she makes the relationships so different in each book. I don't know. I just love it.
That's a book. That's definitely a book.
Which is
Fix Her Up.
Yeah, I actually just read a book just like it. I'm actually in the middle of it right now. It's To Love Jason Thorne. So if you liked Fix Her Up, I think you're gonna love this book. I don't like it because I didn't like Fix Her Up, but it's about a girl who basically wrote after like a very popular indie romance, and the guy that she wrote it about, it's basically her own story, you know, like, I was really in love with this guy, and it's kind of like wish fulfillment, and she publishes it, and her book's going to be adapted, and the guy that she wrote the book about is an actor and is going to play her like lead in
oh wow,
it's a really cool concept, but I just don't like the way he treats her. I'm really realizing that I don't like when women are infantilized in books, even though I like an age gap romance. I really don't like the, oh God, what does he call her? It's not little girl. Little one is what he calls her.
Mm.
Yeah. He calls her little one, and he has to like see her as something other than his brother's little or his best friend's little sister, because it's that trope too. I just like, I don't know. I'm not really here for that. But if you liked Fixer Up, you will really like this book. It's well written. It's by Ella Mays, and I read Marriage for One by Ella Mays, which I really liked. And I'm probably going to read more of her backlist. This book is just not really for me. But if you like Fixer Up, you will like this one. It is good. It's just not for me.
Baby girl.
Favorite series where each book is based on a different sibling. That's tough. I'm trying to think if I have any like on my shelves right now. But that is one of my favorite tropes. I guess I really like God, what are their names? Krista and Becca Ritchie's series. I didn't like Addicted, but I liked Kiss the Sky and the ones with like Rose Calloway sisters. Yeah, those are my fave. I really like those. Black Dagger Brotherhood, they're not related, but they're all best friends, so that works for me too. Who do you think has the most similar reading taste to you on Booktube? Who do you think, Aaron, for you? I'm thinking.
I don't know. For me, I don't know. Off the top of my head.
I would say probably Jess from Peace Love Books. In terms of romance, at least, we have pretty similar opinions. I think she's slightly easier to please than I am, which is good. It would be nice to enjoy more of what I read, I guess. But I'd say like most of her favorite books are my favorite books as well. So I would say we have very similar taste. And she reads almost exclusively romance. So if you want more recommendations, I would say do that. I think me and Chelsea read similar genres, but we tend to not like the same books. So I wouldn't say that we have like the most similar taste. There's been many a time where like she's recommended a book and I've hated it and vice versa. Like Fix Her Up. Like she loves that book. I hated it. So I don't know. That being said, I love her channel. I watch all of her videos. It goes to show that like just because y'all don't have like the exact same taste in books doesn't mean that you can't enjoy their content.
Exactly.
That I have like picked up because she likes them and I enjoy them too. Like The Hating Game, I love that book. But I guess our romance tastes are slightly different. But like a lot of the contemporaries she's recommended me, I've loved as well. Like Katrina Leno, and yeah, I don't know. I love Chelsea. She's great. I hate books about authors. I don't actually mind them that much. And I do like books about famous people, unlike Kayla. Someone said a while ago that they didn't like 99% Mine. And that's valid. Don't read that book. The Hating Game's awesome. 99% Mine kind of sucks. Alrighty. Well, I think that's it. It's past 11. I didn't realize that.
It is.
Thanks for coming. This was a lot of fun. I'm sure Yaron will be back in the new year. We've got other stuff working too, like, Black Dagger Brotherhood stuff. So thanks for coming, guys. I will put something up in the next couple of weeks, maybe honestly in early January. I don't know. I have no idea what we're going to read in January, but I'm going to figure it out. So yeah, I will talk to you guys later.
Bye.